So how much Kaspa do you actually need to become a millionaire, and can you actually become a millionaire with Kaspa? And the short answer is yes, I do believe you can become a millionaire with Kaspa, but how much Kaspa do you actually need to make this a reality? Alright, first of all, let's talk about Kaspa and what it aims to do. Kaspa is aiming to be a better Bitcoin, or a newer Bitcoin, so to speak. Now, do I believe that Kaspa can actually replace Bitcoin? No. No, I don't. But a lot of people do, or a lot of people are hoping it will because of the massive gain potential, especially people that missed Bitcoin back in the day. So to address this, let's just look at the key differences between Kaspa and Bitcoin, and then let's get into some analytics, some price action, and see what it takes to become a millionaire with Kaspa. Okay, so right here there's an article by Willy Blog. Don't ask me where they got the name. It's Willy Blog. I actually think it's pretty cool, but regardless. But you can see the key differences here with Bitcoin versus Kaspa, and I'm not going to deep dive into these. I'm just going to mention a few of them so you can have a basic understanding. Okay, first up, historical background. Listen, Bitcoin was introduced in 2019, while Kaspa is extremely new. Bitcoin also pioneered the crypto revolution. Now, all these years, and the fact that it was the first one gives it proof of concept. People trust it. People know it. It's been out for a while. And if you just think about all the FUD and everything people were talking about against Bitcoin for so long, and they still are, imagine what Kaspa is going to hear from the mainstream. Imagine what people are going to say about Kaspa. It will take time for Kaspa to catch up, if they ever do catch up, if that makes sense. Now, both Kaspa and Bitcoin had a fair launch, and they're both open source. But of course, when it comes to tech specs, there are key differences here. Now, while Kaspa is faster and also uses proof of work, we have to still consider time in the market and proof of concept. Kaspa is relatively new. We all trust SHA-256. What's going on with Kaspa? Will that work out? Will people adopt it? Now, I'm not saying Kaspa won't be. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just making some key definitions here that people need to know. Now, another key difference is the supply, which in my opinion is extremely important. There's 21 million limit supply when it comes to Bitcoin versus 28.7 billion. So people saying that Kaspa is going to reach the price market or the price of Bitcoin because it's a better Bitcoin, if you actually believe that, I don't think so. Kaspa could literally flip Bitcoin and still be a fraction of the price, or be priced much lower than Bitcoin. Now, that doesn't say that Kaspa can't out-profit Bitcoin, especially now. Most altcoins out-profit Bitcoin at certain times in the bull market, but we don't know if that has the sticking power that people are hoping it's gonna have, if that makes sense. So as for adoption and use case, Bitcoin is used for diverse transactions globally, partnerships with major corporations. Yeah, I would add hard sound money principles to this, but they didn't even bother, but that's okay. While Kaspa is focusing on microtransactions, online gaming, and growing community support, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. But slowly you can see that there are key differences between Bitcoin and Kaspa, and I think they can both do very well in their industry, in their niche, whatever you want to call that, because they're in the same industry, but basically they're not the same. So Kaspa cannot become a better Bitcoin in my opinion, but it can become a very, very good Kaspa, rivaling Bitcoin in certain applications, if that makes sense. It then goes into community, developer, and support. Bitcoin has a large active community, robust developers and contributions. It's also decentralized a little bit differently, in my opinion, while Kaspa has a vibrant, innovative community, developer focus on scalability and efficiency, which is great. I think this is actually very good. Now, when it comes to regulatory and legal landscape, Bitcoin varies across countries, and some nations are skeptical, leading to challenges, which I actually disagree. I mean, we know that in the US, Bitcoin is not a security. According to the SEC, according to the Howey test, and even according to Gary Gensler, Bitcoin is not a security. Now, granted, there's more to it than this, but at least we have some sort of clarity. And when it comes to the United States, they pretty much lead and the world follows in most parts, still anyway. while Kaspa is still establishing its regulatory footing and has transparent approach to legal challenges. Now let's have a look at the strengths and weaknesses in Bitcoin, its widespread adoption, robust security, and brand recognition. And it says its scalability is a concern. Not if it's hard sound money. If you're looking at the use case as hard sound money, that's fine. Bitcoin works, which is why it's working. But anyway, while Kaspa's strengths has advanced tech scalability, I agree, but its weakness is relative and newness can be a challenge that I also agree with. So now that you know the key differences or an understanding or overview in key differences, let's have a look at price action and why Kaspa can actually make you a millionaire, and if yes, how much Kaspa you actually need to become a millionaire. Hey, Paul here real quick. This video you're watching is not sponsored, so I guess it's sponsored by me. So if you want to work with me one-on-one or check out my courses, they're actually linked down below this video, where you can also find some valuable free webinars just for you. Please like this video and let's get back to the video you were watching. So Kaspa right now on the daily is sitting at 4.8 cents, or let's call it 5 cents here, and you can see it's actually going up today. If we look at the weekly though, you can actually see its bottom here. You can see it's pretty aggressive to the upside. If we look at the monthly, you will see that it has this resistance area range of 50 cents to about 53 cents. Now the good thing is, if it gets to that range, it's basically right at the top, near its all-time highs. If Kaspa breaks out of this all-time high, if it breaks this, which I think it will, especially since we're so close to the middle part of this bull market, there's blue sky breakout, meaning there's absolutely no resistance. It can just keep on going up until new resistance is made. Now, if you take into account we are at the beginning of the bull market, the slow part, if you will, and we still have the middle bull market to be looking forward to, plus the hyper bull market where everything goes crazy, you can understand that it will break all-time highs, get into blue sky breakout, and potentially make new resistance at a higher level, and potentially break that as well as we enter the third phase of the bull market, if that makes sense. By the way, if you're wondering what I'm talking about right now, I actually see the bull market in 3 phases. I was talking about this a while ago, a long time ago. It's the beginning phase where we're in an uptrend, but there's no sudden massive movement, so people don't really know or are not sure if we're in a bull market yet. Then we have the middle phase where it's mostly up and you see those gains, you actually get those profits. Then you have the third phase, which part of that third phase, you have the hyper bull market, which everything goes crazy before we dump and go back into a bear market, if that makes sense. So the way I see it, Kaspa, if it breaks these all-time highs, it does have a potential to get to about 80 cents to 92 cents. Now, why am I not saying $1? Because $1 is too predictive. Everybody keeps on looking at round numbers. So it's either going to fall short of that or go beyond that. So I'm looking at 84 to 92 cents, or if it goes beyond $1, I'm looking for about a $1.30 for Kaspa, not just a 1.5 solid number, if that makes sense. Can it go to $2? Sure, it's difficult, but it can do that. Let's break these resistances, let's break these levels, and then reevaluate if it can go higher. So for argument's sake, let's look at 92 cents, and we'll also do a 130 just in case, so we can see how much Kaspa we actually need to become a millionaire, how much money you need to invest today to become a millionaire using Kaspa. Okay, so here we are at Crypto Portfolio Calculator by CoinStats, and let's just put Kaspa right here in the search bar to get today's price of 48 cents. Oh, sorry, 4.8 cents. And let's say we do a sell price of 92 cents. Okay, let's say we go to 92 cents when it comes to Kaspa here. Then we want to enter our investment amount so we can see how much we actually need to become a millionaire. And I wish we could do this vice versa, but it doesn't work that way. So let's just enter some sums here and see what we get. So $50,000, a total investment of $50,000 of Kaspa today can actually make you a millionaire. This is if we get to 92 cents. But what if we get to $1.30 here? So at $1.30, if Kaspa reaches $1.30, $40,000 right here, you would need as an investment to become a millionaire. Now, of course, you don't need to invest $40,000. You can invest less. I mean, if you really think about it, $4,000 will make you $100,000, which is great profits. And even lower than that, you can still make a lot of money. Don't forget, you want a diverse portfolio, and other coins, other cryptocurrencies will run faster and stronger than Kaspa. I'm just showing you an overall picture of how much you would actually need in order to become a millionaire with just Kaspa. I do not have $40,000 invested in Kaspa. I have an amount, but I don't have $40,000 invested in Kaspa, and you don't need to either. I do have a lot of coaching clients, by the way, that do, but it's a whole different story. So is Kaspa worth it? Is it worth having Kaspa in your crypto portfolio? The answer is yes. And if you want to know what else you should have in your crypto portfolio, make sure you watch this video here. You do not want to miss this video right here. If you've already seen it, check out this video instead. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.